Please have a seat. Arpit Chauhan,
Yes, sir.
you are already in the Indian Defence Account Service.
Yes, sir.
Which batch?
Sir, I have joined it on the basis of the previous year exam, 2020. The 2021 batch, sir.
21 batch.
Yes, sir.
Your date of birth is 17th July 1997.
Yes, sir.
And your optional is Political Science and International Relations.
Yes, sir.
What has baffled us that already you are in one of the most eminent account services, yet you have opted for Indian Ordinary Account Service.
Yes, sir.
What is the reason?
So
Is it a shade better than Defence Account Service?
so means the scope of work in audit and accounts is wider as compared to IDAS. Means in IDAS you have to work in the one vertical only, whereas in audit and account it can be broader.
Okay. We find that you did your high school in 2012 and your plus 2 in 2014
Sir.
and your B.Tech in 2019 in mechanical engineering.
Yes, sir.
Why 5 years after doing your plus 2?
Sir, I took a drop for 1 year after my 12th class.
Okay.
Yes, sir, for coaching for JE.
Okay. Since you have already joined the Defence Account Service,
Yes, sir.
any questions on B.Tech would be irrelevant. But tell us something about electric vehicles.
Electric vehicles.
And why are they catching fire one after the other?
Sir, in EVs, we use batteries. So, the reason for catching fire is that if the battery is not manufactured properly, and so what is happening is that the pace of acceptance of EVs has risen very fast. So, what the companies are doing is that the batteries which they are getting, so they are placing large orders and they are getting it in short times. So, the quality of manufacturing has gone down. Secondly, sir, the batteries which you are buying from outside, maybe they are not manufactured for the temperature conditions in our surroundings. So when they are actually performing on the roads, so that's why they are catching fire, sir.
When we come to manufacture electric vehicles on a commercial scale, the engine block configuration will undergo a change?
Engines are not present in EV, sir, so batteries
But you are a mechanical engineer?
Yes, sir.
Will the configuration of the engine block require to undergo a change?
Sir, battery, if we talk about EV, so batteries are not placed in one place. Like engines are placed in one place. For example, in some cars, batteries are spread across the floor. Certain cells are placed at certain distance across the floor, so the configuration will change, sir.
Okay. Tell us something about the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
So the Russia-Ukraine conflict has been going on for the past 2 months. Russia attacked Ukraine after Ukraine said that it is going to join NATO, which Russia cannot let to happen, because that would mean that the NATO nations and especially the USA would come closer to the border of Russia. That would be a threat to it, so it does not want to let that happen. However, sir, the war has carried on for so long, means many people did not expect that it would carry on for so many days, and we still do not properly.
What is USA's game behind the Russia-Ukraine conflict?
So
and its proliferation?
sir, USA wants to, means if NATO expands to Ukraine, then it would be easier for USA to place its forces on the border of Russia. So that would, in a way, stop the means that would be in a way the national security threat for Russia. So that has been something that has been there from the Cold War days. So USA in some way wants to weaken Russia, and Russia wants to do the same. So this is just a part of that.
What has been India's constant stand in the Russia-Ukraine conflict?
Sir, regarding the voting at UN, we have abstained from all the votes, and our stand has been that the loss of lives that are taking place and the violence that is going on, that must stop. However, we have not condemned the actions of Russia in any strong words like many of the other Western nations, and they want us to do that, but we have not done that yet, and we need to see, sir, that in coming days, if the war goes on, then how our stand, means whether it will remain the same.
Fine. Tell us something about Uttarakhand, the state to which you belong.
Sir, Uttarakhand was established as the 27th state on 9th of November of the year 2000. Sir, it shares its border with China and Nepal, and within India it shares its border with Himachal Pradesh and UP. Sir, the state has 13 districts, 3 of which are plains districts, and rest 10 are hill districts. Sir, Uttarakhand is known for tourism, religious tourism, adventure tourism and all. And sir,
what was the fiasco at Hardwar Kumbh Mela?
recently, sir, last year.
Huh?
Sir, it was about the COVID reports. There were over 1 lakh reports that were fake. So, means that came to light somehow, and some private firms which were given the testing work were brought to task.
Your candidate?
Okay. Arpit. Arpit means?
To offer something.
Arpit. Okay. Oh.
An offering.
Offering. Offering. Now you belong to Hardwar is of course. Uttarakhand has the most religious places of India. And Ganga River, Yamuna River. Why are they so polluted and we can't save them?
Sir,
Though the operations are on, every government has promised to do it. But so long, 84 it started, I think, it's
yes, sir.
20,000.
Sir, actually the scale of the problem is quite large, and we started to act quite late. In our state, if we say, Uttarakhand is not contributing very much towards the pollution, mainly when the rivers enter UP and later on they are polluted. And the reason being that, sir, alternatives are not present, means whatever the effluents are there, they are, means if the companies, they go on to treat them.
You understand it well. But don't you think this, now religious tourism is picked up quite a lot. Will this not be also harmful? Too much tourism all over the world is creating a problem, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Why it won't it affect our fragile Himalayan environment?
Sir, it is indeed affecting at many places, and this is the thing that we need to find a balance between both the things. And somehow, sir, but for states like us in Uttarakhand means.
Okay, all right. You want to join foreign service is your second choice.
Yes, sir.
What made you go for the foreign service? Not many people are offering it as second choice. What motivated you?
Sir, I believe that it is a service that is equivalent to the IAS. Means many
yes.
people are not opting for it because many of them do not want to go out of the nation. People want to stay within India. So that is one of the reasons why people are not opting it.
Why youngsters want to stay in India? They should have an adventurous spirit. What's lacking? You must be interacting with your friends. What's lacking in the youth which is appearing for UPSC? They all want to stay in India.
So it's because of family reasons. Means children now they are the only child of their parents.
I'll ask you a question. You are a young adult, 25 years old. Should the parents continue to go piggyback on you and guide you all the time? Would you like that?
So not all the time, but up to a certain level means they need to guide, and we need their
All
guidance.
over, even if you are 25 years, 30 years, they like to guide you.
Yes, sir, they do like.
What is the European culture what is the European culture?
Sir, in Europe, after you turn 18 years old,
After you turn?
18 years old, so there's no
Before that, 15 years old.
maybe 15. Then means parents do not interfere very much in the life of the children, and they let them do whatever they want.
Isn't that better? The youngsters can live their own life with their own way they live, rather than the parents being the baggage. After all, parents have to grow old. Why should they continue to be baggage on their wonderful children?
So they have seen the world, I shall say. They have the experience of things, and they want their to guide their children. That
Don't you think this is what is keeping India backward, where we keep looking into the past rather than going forward?
Sir, as far as we are drawing lessons from the past, I think that
What was the time when when Indians were asked not to go abroad and cross the high seas? What was that time?
So it was in the early 20th century, around 19th century and 20th.
Why? Are you really aware of it, or
It was
or
said that
just
if
making
they
a guess?
cross the seas, they lose their religion. So that was the thing that they
Why
said.
Indian religious leaders were not allowing Indians to go across the high seas and expand? Why India never expanded beyond our own shores? And historical reasons. No. Okay, about the third choice, police. Police is a very stressful job, as you see. Now, you are in a communally sensitive district. Suppose you're posted there, and communal flare-up takes place. The government says you arrest this group and not this group. How will you decide?
So we have to keep in mind many things during those things. Means if first of all the thing that we have to see is that we have to follow the law. Means if the law says that whatever the leader or the politician is saying, if that is right, then we can carry on with that. But if somebody asks us to break the law, then probably, sir, we shall take our stand and we shall not do that thing.
Like sometimes you also know they ask you, okay, you don't arrest these people because they are our supporters. You arrest the other guys. And what will you tell them? I'm asking you straight away, leading question. Yes or no?
I believe that means whatever is lawful, sir, I'll be doing that. I'll
Lawful,
not do as...
I'm asking a simple question. Will you say no to their illegal demand, or you say yes?
So I'll say no.
No. When they say okay, then just one question. Okay. Then face the consequences. You'll be transferred out. You'll be hounded. Hounded, you understand? Hounded.
Sir.
And so what will you do?
So I'll try to manage, means it's a part of the job.
Good. Very good. Very good.
They say this is part of occupational hazard.
Occupational hazard.
Arpit, what are the civilizational and cultural differences between West European countries and Russia?
Sir, one big difference between them is that Russia is a communist nation, socialist communist, whereas in the West...
No longer. I said civilizational and cultural. I didn't say political. Think for a moment. Civilizational, cultural, religious, linguistic. I have given you 2 hints.
Sir, not able to guess it.
Russians follow, which church do Russians follow? Oh, okay, read about it. Now, what have been the agreements between India and Pakistan in the last 75 years after partition? Try to give them in the chronological order from the very beginning.
So, after the 1948 war, there was a ceasefire by the UN.
After that?
Sir, after that, in 1962, Indus Water Treaty was there.
That. 62 was with China, not with Pakistan.
1960, Indus Water Treaty was signed.
Even before that, there was one very important agreement regarding minorities. Nehru-Liaquat Pact.
Sir?
Nehru-Liaquat Pact.
Nehru-Liaquat Pact.
Okay, after 60, can you name 3, 4 named after
Shimla Pact was there, sir.
Shimla.
Then...
But before Shimla, there was something, I said chronological order.
65 war was there, sir.
What agreement after that? Again named after a city.
Lahore.
Tashkent, no, you don't know this.
Tashkent.
What should I ask you? What is happening in Pakistan? Give an observation about Pakistan's polity. The polity, you understand, their political system. Some 2 or 3 comments try to give about their political system. Distribution of power.
Army has the major power, sir, in Pakistan.
Okay, one.
And the democratic governments, whoever are set up, means the not properly democratic, but whatever are set up, they had to work according to the army. And if they do not
Okay.
work, then
in
they,
the societies about the distribution of power, some observation you can make.
sir, in Pakistan, I would say that most of the power is concentrated toward the eastern side of Pakistan. Punjab province
okay,
has
one,
given
good.
most of the leaders.
Yeah.
And sir, there is also significant difference between the male and females. Means in Pakistan,
The
if we see,
system remains very feudal because there were no land reforms there. Now, do we have a High Commissioner in Islamabad?
sir, we called them back, sir.
So, if you become Foreign Secretary and the Prime Minister asks you whether we should send a High Commissioner to Islamabad, on what there are some signals which have been there, on what your recommendation will be based and what are those signals?
Sir, signals like what Pakistan establishment says, means if they are taking a step forward, then we shall also do that. Like in the previous means.
So, have there been any signals? Yes, you are right.
Yes, sir, there have been signals. Like, sir, we agreed to follow the ceasefire.
Very good.
LOC ceasefire of the 2003 agreement. We agreed to follow it recently.
And that is holding. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good.
And sir, there have been certain comments by the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
New Prime Minister of Pakistan.
Sir, previous, new also and last also, sir, both of them.
All right. Okay.
And also from the Army Chief.
What are those statements of the Army Chief?
Sir, he said that we should follow on economics and not geopolitics.
Very good.
And
Now, Prime Minister asks you that Mr. Foreign Secretary, can India and China ever be friends in the next 10-15 years? What would be your reply and why?
Sir, looking at the way things have been happening in the past few years, I would say that it is a decent observation that we can't be good friends in the coming 10 to 15 years. But at the opposite end, I would also say that we should carry on our neutral stand on things. Means if we cannot be good friends, then we should not do things that take us on the opposite side of China. Means
Don't make him an open enemy.
Yes, sir.
Good, excellent.
Arpit, you said your hobbies playing football,
Yes, sir.
but you have been involved in cricket, winner of cricket tournament.
Yes, sir.
You don't play cricket now?
Sir, cricket is rarely, means if I get a choice, then I play football. But in tournaments like that was
Which
the tournament.
position you play football?
Center back, sir.
Which position Ronaldo plays?
Forward, sir.
Forward.
Sir.
And Maradona?
Forward.
Forward. You were also involved in sports quizzes, right,
Yes,
in
sir.
college. Can you tell me who scored the first century in Test cricket?
Sorry, sir, I do not remember.
Sebastian Coe is associated with
Football, sir.
football,
Olympics, sir. Means he was the athletics. I remember.
athletics, very good. And who scored the first century in one-day cricket? That you must be knowing.
No, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Uttarakhand, there were some national institutions of eminence
Sir.
or excellence, particularly in Dehradun.
Sir.
Can you name 5 of them?
Sir, first of all, the FRI.
Forest Research
in
Institute,
in the
okay.
IMA, Indian Military Academy. Then there is the Vajirao Institute is there of Geology.
It's a private institutions.
Okay, sir. Then there is a Petroleum University in Dehradun. Then, sir, Labasna is also close to Dehradun. Masuri.
Can you expand it? What is Labasna?
Sir, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration.
Right. You're forgetting Survey of India,
Survey of India is there, sir. Yes, sir.
right? Okay. Now, political science. What is fiscal federalism?
So fiscal federalism is about the relationship in the center and between the center and the states, in which the center is giving financial funds to the states. Means they are not holding
That
back.
is fiscal federalism.
So they are sharing their means whatever is due to the states. So the center shares that.
Under some fiscal federalism in the Yugoslavia, the state was transferring fund to the center. That was not fiscal federalism. China is transferring funds, the local government to upper level of government. That is not
And in Germany, the states transfer funds to each
solidarity
other,
transfer. That's right.
the Länder.
Bi-directional
They have a
transfer.
national fiscal council there in Germany. So the state transferring to another state.
In India, basically, I was thinking means the center is transferring to states in India.
Mm-hmm.
So means that's a way of maintaining relations between the two
So
parties.
in that case, in what way the Indian federal system is different from Germany
About Germany, I don't know.
or US for that matter?
Sir, in USA, if we say, then the states have very much opportunities to raise their revenues on their own. In India, the states do not have that much powers, so they are much more dependent on the union as compared to, sir, what is in the USA.
Okay. How much fund in India the union government is transferring to the states? What percentage of the union
42%,
taxes are?
sir.
Huh?
42%.
42%. That's the only window? I think it's 41% now.
Sir, 1% is for Jammu and Kashmir, so that's total is 42.
Okay. That's one window.
Sir,
But they are transferring funds from other windows also.
sir, they are giving revenue deficit grants to certain states.
Mm-hmm.
Then they are giving some special grants to certain states also. And then certain
Fine,
states.
Arpit, fine. आप पूछें.
Okay, Arpit, you gave cycling as one of your hobbies.
Sir,
How many kilometers do you cycle every day?
30 kilometers, sir.
30. Which cycle are you using?
Hercules cycle is there, sir. It's a means.
Can you describe your cycle? The salient features of the cycle?
So it's a simple cycle, plain cycle.
Simple cycle.
Yes, simple cycle.
What about the handlebar? It's a higher handlebar, lower handlebar?
Lower, sir.
It's not standard. It's a special.
Sir, it looks like.
Why this handlebar is lowered in some of the cycles and not in others?
Sir, because of the posture that we take while we sit on the cycle. So lower handlebar probably helps us to have a better posture.
Better posture. Then all the cycles should be designed like that. We don't design all the cycles like that.
So yes, sir, we don't.
Any reason?
I need
Okay,
to look
let's
about it.
leave that. How many religious places in Uttarakhand have you visited?
Haridwar,
Haridwar, okay.
Rishikesh,
Rishikesh.
Neelkant,
Mm-hmm.
and
Been to Badrinath?
sir,
Been to Badrinath?
no, sir,
Kedarnath?
no, sir.
Nowhere beyond Haridwar along the Ganga Valley.
Sir, I do not travel much on hills. I mean, I am not comfortable on that.
And have you not seen how much trash is being put into Ganga at Haridwar and Rishikesh?
Sir, it is.
And you claim that there's no pollution in Ganga within my state? How much silt you are adding to Ganga by removing the vegetation, by cultivating steep slopes? Even the rate of silting in reservoirs is increasing tremendously. And you are claiming that you are not doing anything to the health of the river? Don't these factors affect the health of the river?
Sir,
Does Haridwar or Rishikesh have any sewage treatment plants?
I'm not aware. Maybe they don't.
So, okay, when this state was carved, it was called Uttarakhand.
Uttaranchal, sir.
Oh, sorry, Uttaranchal. Then it became Uttarakhand.
Yes.
2-3 times the name has been changed. Why?
Sir, I'll say that only once it was changed, sir, in the year 2006. actual demand was for Uttarakhand only,
Okay.
but the name which they gave when they formed a new state was Uttaranchal.
Okay.
The reason was that Uttarakhand was found to be a separatist name, sir. It was believed that it is something that connotes only a certain part of the state. So Uttaranchal was thought to
Actually, this
be,
Udham Singh Nagar was also known by some other name earlier.
it was a part of Nainital district, sir.
No, it was known by some other name. This town, Udham Singh Nagar town,
Rudrapur, sir.
Rudrapur. Why did they have to change the name then?
So the town is still known as Rudrapur, but the district was formed in 1995 out of Nainital.
But
So
if you
that
have to
was-
send a letter to somebody in the town of Rudrapur or Udham Singh Nagar, would you write Udham Singh Nagar or Rudrapur? Because locals nowadays call Rudrapur also as Udham Singh Nagar.
Yes, sir, they do. But sir, that is
Name of the town has been changed. That's what I'm saying.
town is sir Rudrapur only, sir. Town is not known as Udham Singh Nagar, sir.
I've been there a number of times.
Sir.
Fine,
Okay.
Arpit, fine.